Welcome back to the show, everybody. Coach Mike, go ahead and tell us what it's all about.
Man, it's about beating up these quarterbacks. That's what it is. Plain and simple. It's about beating up these quarterbacks. Quarterback Mike White, who went out of the game two separate occasions with a rib injury. He gonna probably have on a flap jacket or some type of jacket. Bust him up. Our young pass rushers need to bust him up. Sit his ass down. He's done. He shouldn't even play that whole game. He should not play the whole game. Not with Aiden Hutchinson, not with Romeo Cora, not with Josh Pascal, not with John Kaminsky. He should not finish that game if he plays. I'm telling you right now. James Houston. I was about to say James Houston. We got a plethora of pass rushers now all of a sudden in Detroit. And they young. They all young. They're all 20-something. Don't let him escape. Do not let him finish that game. He should, if he starts, he should be gone by halftime. I'm telling you right now. And another thing, if Joe Flacco come in the game, don't let Joe Flacco have a rejuvenance of Joe Flacco. No, make Joe Flacco feel like Cap Rooney from Any Given Sunday, the last game before Willie Beeman came in. Make him, oh man, you gotta take over. Like, make them put in the punter. Because I'm telling you right now, don't make him feel like Cap. Do not let Joe Flacco feel young. And Joe Flacco is like an old Jared Goff. He in that pocket. We got all them young, youthful pass rushers. Bust him up. I'm telling you right now, we need to hurt them. And that's coming from a D-line coach. Don't let them finish the game. They should throw 3 interceptions. 2 from Mike White and 1 from Joe Flacco. They need to be running for their life, and that's what it is, man. I'm telling you right now, I bring the pain, and I know the Lions bring it. I know them young boys ready to bring that pain, man. So there it is.
Coach Mike, I have to agree with you on this one, man. The Bills defensive line sacked the Jets quarterback 4 times and knocked Mike White out of the game multiple times, like you said, due to the ribs injuries. Now the Vikings only got to him 1 time a couple of weeks ago, but I think the Lions pass rush is currently better than Minnesota's and it's closer to Buffalo's. And Detroit hasn't allowed a 100-yard rusher in the last 4 games. So my thing is you have to key on the defensive line, how they've been playing, and just keep it up. Keep with Isaiah Buggs and Aleem McNeil, keep clogging up the middle, and then you let those guys on the outside, because we got guys coming in waves now. I mean, it's not just the speed package, it's every down. It's always something. And if it's not one of the edge rushers, it's somebody coming off the edge. You got Jerry Jacobs screaming in. You got Mike Hughes screaming in. You got Jeff Okudah screaming in. Somebody's going to be at the quarterback, man. And the way that the Jets have had a really lack of a rushing attack, you can do that. I mean, they ran the ball decently against the Minnesota Vikings, but they had to abandon that because it wasn't going that well. But the Lions defense, their run defense has improved vastly. You know, the numbers, if you look at the weekly numbers, they keep coming down of yards, rushing yards allowed per week. And that has to do with the improved play of the D-line. We haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher since Justin Fields. When you look at that, our win streak, that was the last time we allowed a 100-yard rusher by themselves. Now, a team has collectively run for 100 yards, but as far as allowing a 100-yard rusher, we haven't done that. And we keeping people in check. So you look at, we face some decent running backs. We faced Dalvin Cook last week. You look at what we did to Travis Etienne. That Lions run game can help the pass rush because you don't really have to, worry about the run game because they're going to attack that. You just got to worry about getting to the quarterback. And the Jets have allowed some sacks over the last few games. So, and the bulk of the sacks that came in the Buffalo game for the Jets, the last game, it was from the edge rushers. So, and we know we got plenty of them. They coming in like waves. They coming in like platoons. The next group in, they're going to keep the pressure on you. So I like your thing, man. Beat that joker up, man. Make him call for his mama, because you know what I'm saying. That's what the game plan should be. What you got, LL?
I was trying to figure a way to make this joke, and you helped me out. But speaking of mamas, you gotta look out for the young guy that got over there, Zach Wilson. I know he ain't in You know,
They haven't even been dressing him.
Yeah,
I
he ain't
know, but
activated.
that's what I'm getting. I mean, you know, I don't know what the status would be for Sunday because I don't know if both those guys is playing. If Mike White and Flacco was healthy enough to play, I don't know. I really don't care. The game plan still don't need to change. So get to him. Curt, you said something. It ain't even about the linebackers, the defensive line. We seeing safeties and corners too. Jeff, was it? Oh no, Jerry Jacobs got the sack last game. So you know, we've already seen. We seeing safeties and different defensive backs. So
yeah,
get to the quarterback, man, whoever it may be. Get them on the ground because when they're on the ground, they can't throw touchdowns, and that ran. But another thing, just to piggyback off the game plan that Curt was talking about. Another thing to add, I don't know what the weather's going to be like up there, but it's notorious for not being so well, you know, with the wind and all of that kind of stuff. So it might be a ground game anyway, and they can't run it. So there you have it. We already, the Lord may cut him in half. We ain't even got to do half of it. So, you know, just go out there and execute and do what we need to do.
The forecast right now is clear. I think partly cloudy and 40 degrees. If I'm looking at the game cast correctly, that was the forecast because you know they have it on the Pick Center on ESPN. It is 40 degrees and partly cloudy. So
do they say anything about the wind or anything?
Nah, it's just well, let me see. I'll tell you. The AccuWeather forecast for that game for Sunday is going to be 42 degrees and feel like 29.
All right. All I know is Brees Hall is done for the year. They better not let Bam Knight or Ty Johnson just start running back in the fool. We cut them for a reason. Don't let Ty Johnson come back and get them.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to be partly sunny and mostly sunny, and 38 degrees is going to be the high for Sunday. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it's going to be around that where it's going to be tolerable. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be like, you know, crazy, don't like that. It ain't going to be like the Buffalo Bills, you know, you're like you're playing up in the Meadowlands or something like that. What's that? The what do you call that? I forgot what the hell they call it, Buffalo Stadium up in Western New York. And there's no lake effect snow that's supposed to be happening. No big snowstorm right now for that area. So it should be pretty clear. So, you know, we'll see. You know, hand warmers, maybe some heaters on the sideline, but shouldn't be too bad. But it should be able to be with our running game, like you said, LL. Hey, if you like this content, man, you want to hear the rest of the show and what we had to say, myself and LL, about beating up the doggone Jets quarterback. Tune in to the full version of today's Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl, right here on your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors.